Good day everyone. Today I want to explain the advanced table and I'll be using exercise 4 as an example. So exercise 4, you could see you need to insert the table and you also need to follow the manuscript size and to do the totals and all that. The first thing that we are going to do, the merge center, then the text direction, then they say no space for thousands, calculate total, decimal tabs, write the line, and then we change the font. So this is exercise 4, it is already typed. So I just want to show you how do we do them. How do we do the total? Let me just do this. I'm going to show you how do we do the total. That's according to this instruction. They say we need to calculate the total, and then they said in most of your exercises, like I'm sure it's exercise 3 or 2, they said you need to snip to the total, snip to the formula and paste underneath the table. So I'll be doing that even in exercise 4 to show you how do you do that. Okay, let's begin. The first thing that we're going to do, merge and center, all those things you get them from layout of the table tools, or the ones that comes with the tables. You click inside, you highlight, this is where you merge, if you are required to merge and center, for you to have all the columns merge across to be one row. Text direction, you also get it from page layout of the table, not the page layout of the screen, the one that comes when you click inside the table, and then here you will have text direction, and then you just direct the text according to the instructions. And then the total, and then also to shade. Before we get to the total, there's a difference between shade and the font color. In most cases, let's go to home. Let's say, for example, they say you need to shade this column. You need to highlight the column, of course, and then when you shade, you use this option, shading, not this one of the font color. When they say shade, this is what you use. So you can shade it to any color that you want. Now let's do the total. You click in a cell where you want to calculate the total. And remember, you can do this before you write align the figures or after. But what is important is that you need to do the space between the thousands after you've done the total. So we're gonna make sure that there's no space in between the numbers. Remember, this is not Microsoft Excel. We need to make sure that we don't have a space in between the numbers before we do our formula. So here's 5,000, and then now we click in a cell where we want to do the formula, and then again we go to layout of the table tools, you go to formula, and then you need to ensure that it says sum equal to sum open the brackets above. Then you need to snip tool this before you say what to say. Okay, so you're gonna go to snip tool, and then you snip to only the formula. You're gonna snip to only the formula, and then you minimize your snipping tool. Then you come back and say, okay, this is now what your answer. So I want you to paste it underneath. You leave few enters. You leave few enters for your footnotes. If they say, if for example you have a footnote, so that your footnote you do it here. But now let's firstly focus on the total part of it, and then you will do it to the next one. You say formula. If they say you need to snip to, so that means you're going to snip to all of them. So you say new, now you snip to that, or you can do only one because they are all the same. Equal to above, equal to sum above. You see they are all the same. So maybe they will say you need to snip to only one and paste it. Okay, in an instance where you need to do decimal taps, let's say in this column they are saying you need to do decimal taps in a table. So what do you then do is you firstly need to type the information inside your table. The next thing that you do, let's just do the total for this one so that we include the total as well as decimal taps. Okay, and then remember, for the decimal taps you don't right align the figures, but for all the other figures you do right align. But for the column of the decimal taps you don't right align it. Then you highlight whatever that is there. The first thing that you need to ensure is your ruler. If your ruler is not active, you go to view, you activate your ruler. So now you highlight and then you ensure that here where your vertical and horizontal ruler intersect, you need to activate the decimal taps from here. In the moment here you have the left tab option or icon. We left click on it until you see the ones that say decimal taps. It's the T that is facing down and then it has a dot. It's written decimal taps. So now that's how you are going to measure your decimal taps. So now you in the ruler you are now going to select in the space of your ruler, you are just going to left click where you think you want your taps to be aligned at I see here the taps are not the same. Some it's comma, some it's dot. So it's only align the dots and the commas. So let me make them all the same. Make it dot all of them so that they are all aligned. So and then from there, after you've highlighted, you then now select the space in ruler, because now you see your ruler will be divided according to the column. This column belongs to this part of the ruler, second column belongs to this part of the ruler, and so on. So now after you've highlighted, you click anywhere in the middle of the space of your ruler that is now allocated to your column. So now you see that all your decimals will be aligned according to the number in your ruler. That as far as decimal taps. You highlight your column and then you check if there the decimal taps are active, and then you select in your ruler any number or any space where you want your taps to be aligned. That is as far as decimal taps is concerned. And then in an instance where you are required to do a footnote, you need to click in a space where you have a footnote. Let's check your activity 4. Activity 4, they say you need to do a footnote below text. And then the footnote, how do you check a footnote on your manuscript? You'll see they come as the superscripts, or like exponents. This is superscripts. So they will be there on top next to the text that you are following. So you have them here. You have A, you have B. So, and they say it should be what? Should be below text. And then now we are going to click next to the last word where we want to place our footnotes. We go to references and then we go to footnotes down arrow. Footnotes down arrow. And then they said it's what? Below text. We select it here. And then we don't want numbers. They say we want A, B. So we are going to select A in this one. And then we say it's that it's A. And then we say insert. Then immediately below text is then going to insert to your footnotes. And then what do you then need to do? You need to type this sentence. You need to type this sentence where you have placed your your footnotes, and you check footnotes. They come in a smaller font depending on the instruction that is given to you. You are going to type in the required font, and then again it doesn't come with sentence case typing. If when you type the document and then your word, when you say space, this one it won't be automatically uppercase. So you need to check if your sentences are typed in sentence case. Then now the next one, the next footnote, the next superscript is next to fees, which is B. What do we then do? We click there next to S of fees, then we go to references, we go to footnotes. And then continuous, then we say insert. It's gonna insert B for us. Then what do? You then type the sentence that belongs to B. I'll just repeat it to make things easier. Okay, so that is as far as tables is concerned. You insert the font according to the given instruction. You insert your header and footer according to the given instruction. And yes, that is as far as the advanced tables. Thank you.